Alright, we are back. I hope everyone's doing well. Hi. We are going to the afterlife. I'm gonna try my best not to kill myself. Wait, one sec, hold on. Isn't this Jackie's motorcycle? What is Jackie's motorcycle doing right here? Better question is, where the flip is Jackie? I don't know where Jackie is, but his motorcycle's just chilling in the middle of the road. Hey, have you guys seen Jackie? Oh, look. Look at the look of disappointment on his face. Alright. I feel like those screams are justified. Alright, we're down on the wrong road.
Te vas a enterar mañana. Yo también te quiero, ma. About time, chica.
What's new with Senora Wells?
You know, she's worried about me. Whatever. Can't help herself, you know? Checking to see if I'm not rotting in some dumpster, like most of the Wells boys. It's really starting to wear on me. More I tell her everything's okay, more I feel like I'm straight up lying. But that's done after tomorrow. Afterlife, here we come, baby. Yeah!
The Afterlife. Known far and wide, that name.
Oh, yeah?
Some of the Nomad clan's biggest jobs were scored right here.
Don't surprise me. Ain't no better place than Night City to land a gig. Ready to get your cherry popped? Yeah, come on! Place used to be a morgue. You believe that?
Who would have thunk?
I know, right? Way before our time, that. When proper burials were still a thing.
And who might you clowns be?
We're friends of Dexter Deshawn. He's expecting us.
Yo, Dex. Got 2 live ones saying they're here to see you. Yeah? Alright then. Says he needs a second or two. Go get yourselves drinks or something.
Way ahead of you, viejo. This is it. Heart of Night City. That's it right there. Beating. Hear it? Can you imagine? Susan Forrest, Boa Boa, maybe even Morgan Blackhand. All sat on those stools.
Looks like we're up.
Hey, you see that old lady there? That's Rogue. Best fixer in all of Night City.
Thought Dex was the best.
Rogue was lining up jobs when Dex was still shitting in diapers. Place belongs to her.
What can I get you?
You order.
2 tequila old fashions with a splash of cerveza and a chili garnish.
Duo of Johnny Silverhands coming up.
Right on, chica.
Somebody did their homework.
It's like the dog ate mine.
Age-old tradition. Drinks are named after our regulars.
Say I wanted to have a drink named after me. What would I have to do?
Snuff it. Mind-blowingly spectacular fashion. Mid-op would be best.
What a beautiful tradition.
To Night City.
And the afterlife. Ha ha!
Who else can I drink here?
All on the menu.
Except there's a spot missing. Morgan Blackhand, right?
It's true. Morgan's yet to make up his mind if he's dead or still kicking.
Nobody knows what happened to him. Think he's still alive? It's been years.
Why not? Look at Rogue. Peaked from that era, a species unto themselves.
Guess dying's a small price to pay for going down in history.
Gotta live like a legend first, though, huh? Death. It's nothing but the final flourish. Oh, and by the way, name's Jackie Wells. You wanna write down my recipe?
Sure.
Shot of vodka on the rocks, lime juice, ginger beer. Oh, and most importantly, a splash of love.
Haha! I'll remember that. Heard you were Dex's latest finds.
Just biz, no big deal.
Mr. Dishon,
How'd
see
you
you now.
My job to know. Look around. How do you think mercs earn their reps? Through gossip rivaling that of schoolgirls, that's how. Break a leg.
Thanks.
This way.
Damn, Holmes. You're huge. Work out? Same here. No, in the ring. You do some kind of exotic shit? Huh? Kempo? Ninjutsu? Think you could take me? Drop me?
In here.
Este pinche tipo. Later then.
In here.
That's right, Excelsior. Cold hard eddies as per usual. Gotta bounce. Well, if it ain't Miss V.
Whole family in one place. Ha! Finally!
First time in real space.
And the flathead?
Let's see this bad boy.
All right then. Set your butts down comfy.
Thanks for your help back at the scav hunt.
A few Reapers less in the city. Good thing.
City Hall should be fucking thanking us. Sweet booth. It's soundproof?
Jackie.
Now, Mr. Wells is right. We're gonna be going over some sensitive material. But if it's all right with y'all, I'd like to start with a question for Miss V. Evelyn Parker, how'd you fare?
Couldn't have gone better. In fact, she liked me so much, she made me another offer.
Another offer?
Uh-huh. Kind where we ditch the middleman and split the pot in even 50-50.
What?
Ditch the middleman? Shit, now that's rich. Clients never learn, do they? I do appreciate you sharing this info, though, Miss V. You see, trust is essential in any partnership that's to be long-lasting and fruitful.
Thought you'd be pissed, that you'd lose it.
Lived in NC too long to blow my top every time some amateur thinks they can take me for a ride. Parker ain't the first, and sure as hell won't be the last.
Appreciation don't convert to eddies, and Evelyn offered us a bunch.
He's telling it like it is, Dex.
Y'all need not worry. Truly. We'll come to that.
How about we go over the plan? What you got for us, Dex?
This.
Well, here goes nothing.
Me and Dex have already covered the fine deets. Ops-wise, should be a stroll on the beach.
Elaborate. I want to hear it.
A Delamain will drop your asses at the front door of Konpeki Plaza. You'll stroll right in thanks to your false identities. Then, with Bug's help, you'll breach the hotel subnet.
Mine and the Flathead's help.
Last but not least, you slip into Yorinobu's penthouse and clep the relic.
It goes without saying, we do this on the hush. Ideally, no bodies. Not a one.
You'll have T-Bug on comms for the duration. Time for your burning questions.
Transport to Delamain.
Primus Cab Company in All Night City. Nada mal.
Deshaun don't ever work with anyone but the best. I consider Delamain just that.
Yeah, who needs creepy, nosy cab drivers when you've got a clean AI to get you from point A to B in style?
And how he bags a permit to operate every year is still a mystery.
If everything goes as planned, Delamain will drop you back here. If things get sticky, you head for the safe house.
Which is?
The no-tell motel. Quiet, no questions asked. Make our next move from there. But I'm flat certain that won't be necessary. Anything else?
These new identities. Tell us more, what's our cover?
Hello, Ramon Victorino. And you're Hannah Conwell.
Ramon? Yeah, okay. What do we say we're there for?
Biz as usual. Corpo arms deal. In case anyone asks, you there for a bogus meeting with Arasaka's defense rep, Hajime Taki. Anything else?
How do we get in the penthouse?
Yorinobu's got barely any muscle. Hardest part will be penthouse security. If we want to disable, we'll need to neutralize Konpeki's dweller. Elite runner monitoring the hotel's subnet 24/7. Only catch is there's no way to get in the dweller's den from the outside.
Now, hold on. How you want us to get inside a room you can't get into?
Trust me when I say whatever hit you think of, T-Bug solved it already.
This is where the Flathead comes in. You'll have to get him in the ventilation shaft, guide him to the dweller, and force the dweller to take a break. Flathead will stay there, jacked into the dweller. But thanks to that, I'll be able to roll out your red carpet into the penthouse.
Anything else?
Okay, feel brought up to speed.
Perfect.
I got a question. When do we get to the real reason we're all here?
Now's a good time as any. Fresh talent gets 30% always. But I'm willing to make an exception in your case. I'm gonna cut you a nice juicy 40 as a bonus for your honesty, V.
Appreciate it, Dex. Even though the Eddies aren't most important to me.
Interesting. So what does qualify as most important?
It's about the challenge. Always.
Look at you youngins making us old folk look bad. Last thing, Konpeki's got a strict no-iron policy, security gates, the works. So you dogs will leave your lead spitters in the ride. Take the flathead inside in its case.
Got some deft suits, so you'll look the part too.
Chido.
Thanks, T.
So, not to count chickens, but why don't we see our Eddies?
All depends how Miss Parker avails herself of her role. But a week, 2 tops is my guess.
And what do we do while waiting? Sit around, suck air?
You sit tight, heads down, cause old Uncle Arasaka be watching. Now, as that old Greek dog says, life's a banquet, so don't go thirsty, but don't get drunk either. Your chariot awaits outside.
My cue to Delta 2. Gotta prep to jack in. Be there when you come on comms. Any other issues, now's your chance.
Plan. What's your take?
Enough, I hope, to put me in a luxury Cretan villa from which I'll never set foot in cyberspace again.
Promise to send me a postcard?
No offense, but I'm gonna burn any and all bridges. Need a clean break.
You and Dex have known each other a while.
Why?
You know, peeps say all kinds of things.
Everything we hear is an opinion, not a fact. Marcus Aurelius, I think.
You and Dex, both philosophizing. No wonder you get along.
I'm good. No questions.
Let's get to work.
So you ready to get going or what?
Let's roll. No point in waiting.
In getting rich, you mean?
Welcome on board this Delamain service. With Delamain, you leave your problems at the door.
Son of a bitch. Better fucking believe I will.
I see no reason why you should be using expletives.
Oh, yeah? What about that time I wanted to hire you for my cousin's bachelor party, huh?
Unfortunately, we do not take on such contracts.
3 months I'd been saving up scratch. Water under the bridge. Hit it, Del.
Before we begin our journey, I must verify the identities of all customers. Please proceed to connect your personal links. Thank you. Excelsior package activated.
Excelsior? Oh, this just keeps getting better.
What's got you so antsy?
Hang on. Watch this. Delamain, initiate combat mode.
My apologies, but you do not appear to be in any sort of imminent danger.
Huh. Oh well. Trust me, you'll mow down an army of Saka ninjas if it comes down to it.
Excelsior, what else is included?
Comprehensive health coverage, including the handling and disposal of a client's remains should death occur on board.
Damn. Shit got dark pretty quick.
This combat mode even legal?
Of course it is. The Second Amendment says so. While on board, you are entirely within your rights to bear and use me.
Dex ain't skimping, is he?
And thanks to you, we're still getting a juicy 40%.
You're welcome.
Excel.
In the shadows of mega buildings, one could say we're living in stable times. The Fourth Corporate War is ancient history, but Unification War is over and done with. And Night City is a free city, a jewel embedded between two Californias. Living here, you might have the impression that everything is okay in the world, but look around. The world is not okay. Despite technological recession between 2020 and 2040, reducing global pollution levels, humanity is still facing monumental existential threats. Climate change has turned into climate disaster, winter, its effects are irreversible and dangerously unpredictable. Hurricanes, tornadoes, droughts, floods, they're all natural catastrophes are growing in strength and frequently across the continent, leveling entire regions. Access to clean water is becoming increasingly more scarce, as well as fertile land. Hunger and starvation still reaps a bloody human harvest in Asia and Africa, where corporations had no interest in building vertical hydroponic farms. Meanwhile, advances in cyber modification have given rise to a new problem, cyber psychosis. And though we've been aware of cyber psychosis for over half a century, and know that incidences of cyber psychosis are inextricably linked to a person's level of implantation, we still do not know why some are more prone to carrying out violent attacks than others. Let's not also forget the more serious issue of mass inequality, record high crime rates, including places like Night City, and social unrest linked to immigration in almost every corner of the world. So I ask you again, look around. You see all these problems in Night City already. Maybe you're standing in the shadow of a mega building and you think, Night City is Night City. The rest of the world's problems don't affect me, right? Right? Delamain, need to be on time for an important meeting. Don't want your valuable tech to fall into the wrong hands? Or maybe you just don't like crowds. With Delamain, you leave your problems at the door. Our corporate transport service has a fleet of over 20 armored cars, ready and waiting to bring you to your destination in comfort and security. We guarantee secure transport for individuals and packages in the Night City area. Quality that goes hand in hand with speed. Professional customer service. Specifications to suit even the most demanding clients. Discounts for loyal customers. They say that most accidents happen in the home. They're wrong. Did you know that over 82% of crimes and accidents happen on the street? Thanks to Delamain, you'll never have to worry about statistics again. Our clients' comfort and security is our #1 priority. We hold all safety requirement certificates. We don't ask questions. There's no sound more beautiful than the symphony of hostile bullets bouncing off our armored windows. Try the Excelsior package and enjoy our maximum security option. Safety is the only luxury you can afford, so what are you waiting for? Order a Delamain today. Delamain, leave your problems at the door.
Here. This is how you want to cruise into the major leagues.
Wouldn't get overly excited.
Hmm?
Haven't gotten there. Not yet. Dunno, Jack. Kinda feels like you're losing that steel grip of yours.
Huh. Seems to me like it's you who's got some kind of problem.
Need you to keep your head clear and in the game. We got a job to do.
It's never, ever been clearer in my whole fucking life. Let me explain something to you, V. My whole life I've spent in this shit around us. And I ain't going back.
We are nearing our destination.
Hey, how's things?
Smooth as fucking sandpaper.
We'll be, pulling up to the hotel soon.
Listen, set up a direct encrypted line to guide you through Konpeki. V, ring Jackie now, see if we're in sync. Can't be too careful. And?
Got static. Say something, Bug.
The greatest crimes issue from a desire for excess and not from necessity.
Say what now?
Aristotle. Guess you read me then.
Yeah, I read you. Not so much your Greek friend, though it was kind of exciting.
Could give it some thought. Try to understand. How about you, V?
I want more Aristotle.
Fuck off, both.
Yeah.
Okay, tech checks out, looks like.
Será mejor que sí.
Stay in touch.
Thank you for choosing the Delamain service, and best of luck. I shall await here for your return.
Shit's finally happening. Almost forgot, no iron, huh? All right, Hannah. Let's go. Hold on. Let me grab the flathead.
We're out front, Bug.
Member, reservations in your name, Ramon. You're there to meet
Welcome to
Hajime
Konpeki
Taki,
Plaza.
military tech department rep. Papers are for the Flathead.
Don't worry. Got this.
Third car was for her Puma.
Her Puma?
That's right. The one that went extinct. Reintroduced it to match the color of her dress. So anyway,
Big moves,
the
Chica.
mayor. Yeah. That's the
Welcome to Konpeki Plaza. Please come through single file.
You got it, home. Sir?
Hold on. Got something. Care to explain why you're bringing military equipment onto the premises into Konpeki Plaza?
We're arms dealers.
Excuse me?
Ah, you are here to see Taki-san, am I right? Please, accept my apologies for the confusion.
This should only take a moment, ma'am.
Go ahead.
Yokoso. Greetings and welcome to Konpeki Plaza.
We'd like to check in.
Of course. Just a moment, please. The name on the reservation is?
Victorino.
Double room, 2 adults, 1 night, correct?
That's the one.
Perfect. I'll go ahead and notify Taki-san of your arrival.
Shit, no good. Not part of the plan. Talk her up, V. Stall.
That won't be necessary. We'll go freshen up first. Notify him ourselves.
But Taki-san is expecting you, no?
Senorita, do you know how long we've been traveling? 18 hours from New Barcelona. With a delay on Medikey because some cyberpsycho blew himself into bits inside the terminal.
Ugh, nightmare.
Of course, I understand. You'll be in the Lapis Lazuli suite on level 42. Oh, one more little formality. Please validate your SID chip.
Honor's all yours, Hannah.
Everything seems to be in order. We wish you a pleasant stay.
Thank you.
Better get going.
New Barcelona, really?
It's called improvising. You should try it. What do you think, Hannah? Quaint, cozy. Not like the hotel we had in Zurich for that convention.
Don't need that, Jack. Enough.
What? I'm taking this seriously.
I did not seduce her. I kidnapped her. Right after the Buenos Six show.
Well, on to the romantic. And Zakaria? How did she react?
I am certain I can convince her over supper. And should she not, I will send her home by plane tonight.
Hey, going?
top of the line dolls. They will remember nothing. What about me? I'll sure as shit remember.
Bar don't look too shabby.
Welcome to Konpeki Plaza. We don't do reservations weekdays, so feel free to grab any available table. Or a couple of stools at the bar if you prefer.
Could bring Misty here one day. When we, close this deal.
Wouldn't hurt to take a peek inside.
Shit. Looks like some fucking traveling salesman with this case. Going upstairs.
And when I say heads are gonna roll, I don't mean it as a fucking turn of phrase.
Had enough, guy? Don't you think? Making the other customers uncomfortable.
Good! Because this affects them too. It'll slap everyone in the face.
What's gonna slap everyone?
You want to know what a bearer of bad news looks like? What's 400 yards long, weighs 100,000 tons, and is nuclear powered? The answer's docked in the bay. Hanako Arasaka decided to take a little vacation.
Big deal.
Don't know how big just yet. And by the time we do, it'll be too late. Screw this. I'm gonna get some sleep.
Evening.
Evening. What can I get you, baby?
You always this forward?
Suckled it out of my ma's very breast. 50% protein, the other half pure high-octane chew-chew.
What?
She had wind and dust in her hair, so to speak. Belonged to the Alcaldos before the bombs began falling. Her final words, wherever you go, whatever you do, be yourself, David. And so I ended up here. Still no one but myself.
Oh, cool story, Chum. Too bad it's made up.
Everyone's making something up, just like you, baby. Can I get you something? At the least. Water?
I'm good, thanks.
Come back anytime.
Private jet from Seattle. She.
What was the price? How do you feel?
Marvelous. Did you put something in my drink?
You're welcome.
So that's why I feel so
That is just the beginning. In a short while, all sensations will be 10 times stronger. Especially pain.
pain? You said?
I'd like to try something different today. Is that okay with you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Good. In that case, be at the room in 15 minutes. Cover the mirrors and camera.
That would make me motion sick. Ugh, ugh. It makes me motion sick in a game.
About time.
Ты же помнишь, как тестировали эту технику на нашем? Про заражение под Новоиркутском они врали. Про аварию на Бакунинской 3 врали. Они всегда врут.
То есть он тоже? Охренеть. Он как натурально смеялся.
А вот мозговые
We're in our room.
Pretty snazzy. Too bad we ain't staying the night. Nice choice, Bug.
Didn't pick it for snaz. Offers quickest access to the Dweller and servers.
Sí, me acuerdo.
Now you fire up the flathead and find the shaft entrance.
Sounds simple enough.
Simplicity, sometimes toughest to master.
Aurelius? Aristotle? Who's it this time?
Yours truly. That one's mine.
Where's the shaft?
Boot up your scanner. Look around.
Okay, so my first playthrough on this, I had a bug where none of that appeared. She was still in her street clothes. And if you're wondering, why are you not using your points? It's simply because I'm saving them in case I need them for later. I made a mistake of keep assigning them to the wrong things. Alright. I know that we picked up a new Konpeki Plaza, luxury, beauty, discretion. What holds more power than a place? An idea. Konpeki Plaza is more than a hotel. It is a space in which reality is curated to even the most refined taste and sensibilities. At Konpeki Plaza, you'll find 420 exclusive apartments, 20 conference rooms, 14 fully equipped pools, and the finest bars, restaurants, and that which cannot be measured by numbers alone, luxury, beauty, discretion. Our world-class customer care will fulfill even the deepest needs of desires of our guests, turning your stay in Konpeki Plaza into an unforgettable experience. When it comes to the comfort of our clients, there is no such thing as the impossible. Discover new dimensions of comfort. Enjoy the best Night City has to offer.
Still nothing? Come on, can't be that hard.
No.
Got a winner.
Good. Jackie, how's the flathead looking?
All set. Systems are operational. Charge at 100. Mierda. Little gonk stock.
Just gonna stand there and look at it? Gonna have to switch to manual control. V, take the control shard from Jackie. Gonna link your Kiroshis to surveillance so you can guide the bot.
Here.
Here goes.
Patching you through to in-cam view. Might get a little disoriented, but don't freak.
Okay, got a clear view.
You can't just go locking people out of their homes.
Get him to the next vent.
Places of work.
Arasaka will cover the cost of any and all penalties assessed.
This isn't about the money. It's election season. How do you think this will make me look? People will start saying I've lost control of what district I'm from.
A week. That's all we can promise you.
We will try. And that is all I can promise you.
Okay, Flathead's in.
Patching you into next cam now.
What makes you think it was for you? He addressed it to the kind housekeeper who finds him.
Note inside said, sorry for the mess.
Bug?
There was
Got a
blood
hitch.
everywhere.
What now?
But at least he left a tip.
Housekeeping's in my way.
Am I the only one
Gotta
that just gets
distract her.
puke and used condoms?
Let's see what's on the subnet.
Where's the damn
All right,
justice in
on it.
Think he's single? Who? You know. Good looking.
Terrarium's got a temp and air quality
Has
controller.
that naughty look in his eye?
Cream,
He's
yeah.
staying in the
Stick the
penthouse.
flathead on it.
Mean Yorinobu Arasaka.
Men like him are always single. Might wear expensive suits, but he's a biker at heart, always itching for a ride.
I'd give him a ride and wipe him out.
Honey, stick to wiping that glass, huh?
You're leaving streaks everywhere. Cat. Something's up with the tank.
Hey, Bug, it worked.
Ain't seen nothing yet.
You got any idea how much those things cost?
Keep moving. No time for backpatting.
Okay.
Dweller's just beyond the door. Flathead can jimmy the lock.
Looks like he's having trouble.
Shit. Gotta be another way. Let me think. Got another cam other side of the door, but it's disabled.
Want me to enable?
Yeah, look around for a CCTV port.
Got the port.
Okay, have the flathead jack in.
Okay, he's at it.
Now toggle over to the other cam.
Dweller's inside.
Just as planned.
Still weird the hotel's only got one runner.
Decent Dweller's as good as a dozen rank and file.
Flathead ought to be able to neutralize him.
Good thinking. Let me graft a demonoid onto your link. And you know you gotta jack the flathead directly into his chair, right?
Make it sound like I'm new at this.
Okay, sent. He's all yours. You'll have to get the flathead in there first, though. Shaft may link both rooms, looks like.
Let's figure it out.
Now toggle over to the other cam.
Might have found our way in.
Send the flathead over there, then toggle over to the second cam. Flathead into the chair, V. Jack in. Woo! Got him! Love those demons.
Flathead stays, right?
To keep an eye on the Dweller, yeah. Punching into Konpeki's main net. You go ahead and log out.
Así es como se hace. How you feeling?
Fine. Little dizzy, that's all.
Bug, how you doing on time?
You there, Bug?
Yeah, I'm here. So, listen, ice is thicker than I thought. Piercing it'll take a couple hours.
Couple hours? Can't do it any faster.
Want my brain to burst into flames? Just sit down and enjoy your snazzy sweet.
Thanks. I will. V, you take it easy, okay? Rest up a bit.
Can I take a bath? No. Can I take a shower? No, I can only look in the mirror. I don't want to look in the mirror. Can I go potty? No. Well, alright. It's a cool view. Alright. We'll sit.
What do you think? Why'd you give it all up?
Who gave what up?
Yorinobu Arasaka. The good life, I mean. Old news, I know. Just got to thinking's all. It's like, think. You got everything, right? Eddie's, education. Your pops can snap his fingers and turn half the fucking planet into a nuclear wasteland. But instead, you're like, nah, fuck it. And what do you go do? Start a fucking gang. Steal dragons or some shit. You ghost from your fam, chip some real skin, and play gang leader for a few years. For what?
Maybe he just wanted out of the system.
So then why'd he come back?
Tough to ditch the system when the system's your own family.
Black sheep's still a sheep, huh?
One way to put it.
Crawled back on all fours, tail between his legs. Fucking cheap-ass rebel. Fucking tourist.
Tourist or not, he just walked into the lobby. And we are back in biz. Penthouse security is neutralized.
Perfecto. Let's start the show. Hey, Bug. Were you on comms that whole time?
3.5 hours.
About that stick up the ass.
Mean the one up mine?
Slip of the tongue, you know?
I know. Now's your chance to make up to me.
This is going pretty smooth, right? Right?
Man, are you the silver lining type?
Hey, when you gonna wave off that dark cloud hanging over your head? I'm telling you, it's downhill from here on in. There's the awkward silence. You, wanna hear a joke?
Now? Seriously?
Okay, so why'd the Rocker Boy's output kick him out of the apartment? Because he wasn't chipping in.
Jesus Christ.
Not bad being heir to the Arasaka Empire. Sure as shit better than being a son of wool bells.
Guys, focus. The safe. And make it quick.
Why? What's the rush?
Sigon Yorinobu's gone dark.
What is he, a fucking sorcerer?
Some kind of dead zone's my guess. Have him back in a sec. And you do your damn job.
Looks like Yorinobu left us a parting gift.
Ain't much, but it'll have to do.
There, under the floor. Look around for a switch.
Bingo! Got something ejecting. Come here, V.
What now?
Jack in your personal and make us rich.
On it. Your turn, Bug.
Give me 2.
We got winged visitors. Bug.
Don't know who, but staff's abuzz. All 200 on their feet, can't keep still.
Can't say I like this. How much longer, T?
Shit, Yorinobu's penthouse bound.
Fuck him! Open the safe!
Almost got it. Done.
Cream.
Let me look to this, huh?
Relic intact?
Bioshard integrity, 100%. Guessing that's a yes.
Good, let's go.
Fuck, too late. Yorinobu's about to walk in. Find cover.
Where?
That pillar, try that.
You fucking kidding?
No! Inside it, now!
We're in.
Which don't solve our problem, T.
I fucking know our problem's still there. Let me think for a sec, okay?
I thought Atom Smasher.
Bodyguard.
Wars. Night City legend. Bleak motherfucking one too. What's the play?
We wait.
Are they here yet?
They approach from the landing pad.
fuck are they talking about?
Bucko, we got incoming.
Nuh-uh. No fucking way. This isn't happening. Saburo Arasaka?
The Emperor. Yet another ass-licking legend.
Shh. Doubt this copy's soundproof.
首を突っ込まないでくれって言っただろ。
外してくれ。
荒坂様、まだボディチェックが終わっていません。
私の息子だ。
例のものを回収しましょうか。
私がやる。言ってくれ。
Too close. If he'd have sniffed us out.
You shut up.
Unfucking believable. Saburo Arasaka.
私が気づかないとでも思ったのか。
そもそも俺のことを気にしたことなんかないだろう。あんたの問題点はそこだ。世界は自分中心に回ってると思ってる。傲慢だよ。
頼信。
どうしてここへ？直々に俺に屈辱を合わせ、立場を思い知らせるためにか。
出る杭が打たれるとよく言うだろう。
自分の言葉じゃ何も言えないのか。
貴様こそ自分が何をしようとしたか分かっているのか。私たちの功績を野蛮人に渡すなど、私たちの未来を。
俺たちの未来。俺たち。なんかの間違いだろ。あんたは自分のことしか考えてない。そしてこの会社のことしか。
いつかこのような日が来ることは分かっていた。貴様はついに越えてはならない一線を越えたのだ。これまでお前の愚行には目をつぶってきた。だがそれもここまでだ。この裏切りだけは決して許せぬ。貴様の母親が生きていなくてよかった。息子の不甲斐ない姿を目の当たりにして心を痛めずに済んだのだからな。
これでもう誰のことも許す必要はない。I wish to put the hotel on lockdown.
May I ask why?
Saburo Arasaka has been murdered.
Code Red initiated. Attention. Code Red has been initiated throughout Kenpeki Plaza. Please remain in your rooms and follow all instructions given by staff.
何の騒ぎです。誰かが父に毒を持った。毒を。そうだ。頼信さん、しかし。竹村、お前の仕事は何だ。何の話です。単純な質問だ。答えろ。 荒坂家の家長を守ることです。今後はもっとしっかり責任を果たすよう望んでいるぞ。お許しください、荒坂様。決して失望はさせません。
What the fuck just happened in there?
Yorinobu just offed Saburo.
What?
Zone fucking pops.
You know what this means? Security's gonna swarm the place any second. Oh my god, we're so fucked.
Bug, need you to get us out of here, now!
Give me a sec!
We don't have a sec!
Fuck!
Okay, got something. Window, now! Releasing the lock. Should see a ladder. Ladder... Oh, fuck. Oh, no, 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 not now! I've been made!
Bug!
Pinche Dios santo bendito! Just lost T!
Fuck! Fucking major leagues! Happy now, Jackie!
Jackie, don't look down. Yep! That's fucking high! Shit! That trauma?
They're here for Saburo, they're a little late.
Just hope they didn't see us. ¡Chingada madre!
Security protocol evaluation complete.
Oh shit!
Ugh! Close one!
The relic! Madres! Ah! Oh, this ain't good.
Jackie, you're bleeding!
Worry about me later. Check the relic. Container depressurized. Biochip integrity at 94%. Fucking dropping. Carajo. Parker! Call her!
And tell her we fried the case?
Just do it!
V? Konpeki's all over the feeds. What the fuck's going on there?
Got a problem. Cryo case is damaged. Biochip integrity's at... Jackie?
86%!
86% and dropping.
Shit. Okay, listen to me. There's only one thing you can do. One of you's gotta slot the relic into your neural port.
What the hell are you talking about?
The relic can't be isolated. It has to be nested in a safe environment.
Well, someone's gotta do it. En el nombre del Padre, del Hijo y del Espíritu Santo. Amén.
Jackie? You okay?
No. I guess. Don't feel any
Once
different.
you're back, we'll take out the relic and run a full brain scan and sweep. But you two need to get the fuck out of there first.
We're working on it!
Del, we'll be there in a couple. Be ready. Got it?
Certainly, Mr. Wells.
Better be fucking certain. We gotta somehow reach the lobby. Only chance to hit the garage. Now we best be quick. Oh, that's great. Now let's get out of here.
Attention. Code Red has been initiated throughout.
Securing the floor. Clear.
Please remain in your room.
Understood. Over and out.
All clear here too.
Quietly.
Special forces. In the lobby now. We're gonna sweep the building, all floors.
Oh, I hate that.
Hell's going on there?
Doesn't sound good. Stay sharp! We got a net runner! Surrender! You have no chance of escaping!
Shoot. I don't think I have a choice. I was gonna try to do this a little more stealthy, but I don't think I can.
Code Red has been initiated throughout Kentucky Plaza. Please remain in your rooms and follow all instructions given by staff.
Spotted something. Securing the area. Hey, anyone else catch that?
Don't make trouble. Big trouble. There's spark.
What do we have here? Silencer come in handy. Careful. Like the English working outside.
Got it.
That will probably be my last good takedown.
Attention. Code Red has been initiated throughout Kentucky Plaza. Please remain in your rooms and follow all instructions given by staff.
This way!
Did you check the Zen rooms?
Yes, all clear.
Nothing strange, out of the ordinary?
Well, the doors to the terrace damaged.
Take another look.
Quiet!
Oh, what was this?
They spotted us!
Surround her!
Attention. Code Red has been initiated throughout Kentucky Plaza. Please remain in your rooms and follow all instructions given by staff.
¡Chingada madre!
Attack! Bravo on site! Recibido!
Hell yeah!
Regroup! Taking heavy casualties!
Good one!
Attention. Code Red has been initiated throughout Kentucky Plaza. Please remain in your rooms and follow all instructions given by staff.
No, we're fine.
Orale! We gotta plow through them!
Attention.
Who's ready to party?
Enemy contact! I'm engaging! I'll blow you to pieces! Go, go, go!
Nice
Out of ammo! Reload it! Fire! Fire!
Come on out. You're not in trouble.
Okay.
You're only making it worse for yourself. Come out. Huh?
Code Red has been
Let's go!
Kentucky Plaza. Please remain in your rooms and follow all instructions given by
Oh, sorry, Jax.
Gotta reload!
Drop any weapons and come out!
Yeah, it's not gonna happen.
Hold your fire! Going down.
Whoop.
Hit confirmed!
Point for you!
Attention. Code Red has been initiated throughout Kentucky Plaza. Please remain in your rooms and follow all instructions given by staff.
¡Los hijos de la chingada también están aquí!
Someone in there?
Security, open up!
Attention. Code Red has been initiated throughout Konpeki Plaza. Please remain in your rooms and follow all instructions given by staff.
Okay. Ah, shoot.
Hang on! Reloading! Open fire!
B, get a grip!
Keep hit! Keep firing!
One fucker left! ¡Chingada madre! Eat first, then blast them!
Chip! Out their head!
Just like that. Good one.
Fuck her out!
All cleaned up.
No one can report if no one's alive to report? Is that how that works? I know. Super sensitive time, I should be leaving. But the loot! The loot! is that? It looks like deodorant to me, but I don't know. It must be some kind of drink. Either deodorant or air freshener. Okay.
Attention. Code Red has been initiated throughout Kentucky Plaza. Please remain in your rooms and follow all instructions given by staff.
I think we got everything that we could. Oh, move your big butt.
What?
Saburo Arasaka. 150 years. And today, of all fucking days, that's like some defined comedy shit.
Save your strength, Jackie.
What do you think I'm doing? But, Sylvie, we'll get out alive.
Tell Bug, why don't you? Maybe she'd still be alive if we hadn't been so gung-fucking-ho.
Don't take this out on me. I can see how the chips are falling. Bueno, ¿qué chingados estás esperando?
Together!
With you in a sec. Need to reload! Shoot, V! Surround her! Focus!
Target hit!
Aim for the head!
It won't last long! Finish her!
Who is hitting me and where?
Cover me! I'm reloading! Go, go, go!
Nice shot!
Oh. that I don't have a grip, I just don't have bullets.
Leaking a little.
Come on out. You're not in trouble.
I advise that you waste no time in entering the vehicle.
You're declaring war on the whole corp!
Don't break ranks!
Flanking formation!
Recibido! Target's cornered!
Reloading!
Drag out! Go, go, go!
Welcome back. Delamain, you leave your problems at the door.
We'll have problems if you don't fucking try! Not bad.
Client feedback noted.
How's our ride looking?
Tip-top. Though alas, we are being pursued.
Sweet fucking Jesus!
Delamain!
Please remain calm.
Calm!
Roadblock ahead. I
¡Ay, mis huevos!
for it. A hostile enemy aircraft has a lock on us.
Leave it to me!
I guess they just give up!
You're white as a ghost, Jack.
See? I told you we'd make it.
My medical diagnostics indicate that Mr. Wells's condition is critical.
Take us to a Ripper dock now!
Apologies, but that will not be possible. Our itinerary has been pre-arranged and paid for in advance. I am not at liberty to alter it.
Fuck your liberty! Do what I say!
It's okay, V. Oh, hold out.
I suggest you try to keep Mr. Wells conscious.
It's gonna be all right. You'll see Misty, your mom, everyone you love. Jackie, don't close your eyes.
Misty. Oh, she knew. She always knew. The biochip. Hold on to it. For me.
Mr. Wells has passed. Where shall I take his remains?
What?
The Excelsior package provides for the disposal of passenger remains free of charge. I merely require a destination.
Just give me a sec, will ya?
Jackie.
Mr. Wells's remains. Where shall I take them?
He'd want to be with his family.
Mr. Wells's closest blood relative is Guadalupe Alejandra Wells, proprietress of the El Coyote Coho Bar. I will make sure to deliver him safely. Mr. Deshawn awaits you in room number 204.
See you in the major leagues, Jack.
Okay, to take a quick breath before we go into the next one. Yokoi Japanese demons of yesterday and today. They make their homes in mountaintops, in rivers and oceans, and on city streets, and every mega building floor with the number 4 in it. Even in your washing machine or info visor, some appear in concrete places, while others simply haunt a specific person. They're there when you hear a strange noise in the middle of the desert. They're there when you feel like someone's watching you, although there's not a soul in sight. They're there when you glimpse something out of the corner of your eye, something nobody else seems to notice, but you were just at the Ripper Docks for your checkup. The yokai first appear in Japanese literature in the year 797. These mysterious beings, though closely linked to the invisible realm of the dead, have been alive in the Japanese consciousness from the very birth of animism. That it's not that the Japanese believe in the yokai, they simply know that the yokai exist. In addition to phantoms, ogres, and other mysterious phenomena, the yokai also include a group of shape-shifting demons called a baka or bakemono. Bakemono are said to sometimes take the form of a faceless person, a one-eyed scarecrow, or an animal. It's said that when a cat reaches a certain age, it becomes a bakuno. These yokai are able to walk on their 2 hind legs, speak and dance, and assume human form, and even devour their owners and take their place. The Bakaniko sometimes visit people in their sleep or even wake the dead. All they have to do is hop over a corpse to bring it suddenly back to life. However, the demons are capable of much, much more. One should exercise extreme caution around a double-tailed cat. This is a Nikomoto, a Yako with shamanic and necromantic mantic capabilities. Oh my gosh. Able to place curses on people and control the dead. In its human form, the Nekomedo resembles an old woman, often one addicted to some substance or another, and with an eerie, disturbing air about her. However, let me assure American readers of this book, today the most likely you'll find a Bakaniko is in the form of a lucky Maniko figurines. After all, real cats are an even rarer sight these days than your average yokai. Water, Chrome, and Blood, the Fourth Corporate War. It is truly remarkable that a large-scale bloodshed of the Fourth Corporate War began first as a simple rivalry between two ocean exploitation corporations, Sind and OTEC. Both companies vied for the controlling stake of the failing IHA Corporation. OTEC commissioned Militech to secure its business interests and perform certain special operations. Sino, in return, signed a cooperation agreement with the Arasaka Corporation with a similar aim. When circumstances at last called for both colossal and prideful security corporations to clash in open combat, the Fourth Corporate War had officially begun. Yet, as it is usually the case with corporate conflicts, the onset proves subtle. Arasaka disables a military transport. Militech allegedly eliminates a high-ranking official of an Arasaka client. Both sides engage in frequent sabotage and data theft operations. Netrunners from both sides infiltrate data forts to sow confusion, gather intel, and cause chaos in the stock markets. Though none would have thought it possible in those early months, the Arasaka Militech conflict truly jeopardized the stability of the world economy, making the threat of complete economic collapse all too real. For this reason, NetWatch introduced a communications embargo on both corporations. This did little to slow the conflict's pace, however. While Sino and OTEC had unilaterally reached a settlement through peace talks, tensions between Arasaka and Militech continued to rise. The separation from the ocean dispute marks the beginning of the Fourth Corporate War's second phase, the so-called Shadow War. Military clashes between Militech and Arasaka were notoriously bloody, brutal, and without mercy. They waged their most damaging campaigns on the net. Arasaka and Militech netrunners launched attacks with the help of viruses that were often highly experimental. What's more, they created lethal ice measures and AI-like programs that could lurk in dark corners of the net for long periods to launch strikes at the most opportune times. By the second half of 2022, Arasaka and Militech entered the final phase of the conflict, where both sides used every resource and strategy at their disposal. The hot war had begun. Around this time, the net that the world had known for years ceased to exist, and mercenaries hired by both corporations were slaughtered in open warfare by cutting-edge weapons technology. Then the war's most shocking and iconic turning point, the coup de grace, came when an unknown group of mercenaries detonated a nuclear device at Arasaka's Night City headquarters. Shortly after the blast, bowing under increased pressure from the Japanese government, Arasaka laid down its arms and withdrew from many of its strategic positions, but most notably in Night City. Victory belonged to Militech, but it came at a heavy cost. As conversations over factionalism within Arasaka heat up, many industry insiders wonder about the company's future trajectory. If you struggle to understand the complicated inner machinations of the world's largest arms manufacturer, look no further than the obscure science of ornithology. Yes, that's right, the study of birds can help, at least in a sense. There are 3 Japanese words every corporate player ought to be familiar with: Kiji, Hato, and Taka. Kiji, a green pheasant, this bird has long held cultural and symbolic significance in Japan. One can admire the world's last living specimens of Hanako's Arasaki's private preserve on the island of Shikoku, but the word Kiji also bears meaning among the factional identities within Arasaka. This group, with Hanako at its center, consists primarily of conservative technocrats Kratz, who wished to follow the course set by Subaru Arasaka himself. In his daughter, Hanako, they see a guiding force to maintain the old order and stability within the corporation. Hato, the dove. The symbolism of the dove is recognized far and wide. The symbol also aptly captures the character of a much smaller faction within the company led by Mikako Arasaka, daughter of the late Ki and niece to Hanako. This liberal wing of corporation has unified those who seek deeper reforms. Although they currently hold little influence, they enjoy growing support popularity among some politicians and media personalities. Taka, a hawk, as symbolic as the dove is, too, is the hawk. This faction, headed by Uranobu Arasaka, often prefers to take the most direct and uncompromising solutions. Both stubborn and temperamental, he resembles Sabaru, which has given him wide support among the more militant-minded Arasaka Corp elite. However, his more pro-Western inclinations and ideas that are innovative, as they are controversial, have weakened his support by the board's loyal traditionists. You can learn more about the Arasaka family genealogy from the 8-book series 2 Centuries in the Clover Shadow. Available in stores soon. Looking for career change? Join Netwatch, tracking down Netrunner renegades and combat demons, rebuilding the American net. These are just some of the daily tasks entrusted to the special agents at Netwatch. If you rather lose your eyes than your deck, if you encounter a Mephistopheles is just another walk in the park for you, but maybe it's time for you to join our team. Here's what you can expect to contribute as a Netwatch agent. Patrolling all public access levels of the net, tracking and eradicating illegal netrunner activity, hunting down dangerous rogue AI, exploring and neutralizing threats in the oldest parts of the deep net, prohibiting the movement of people and AI across the black wall, assisting in the expansion of secure net space for public use. Thanks to Netwatch, thousands of people can freely use and improve search engines and other net services without fear of falling victim to nefarious demon threats. 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, we serve tirelessly to eliminate corrupted data forts, safeguard our information, and arrest dangerous cybercriminals. Do you have what it takes? Apply today. The Relic, why all the fuss? For years, experts in the field of cybernetics, neurology, and psychology have been desperately trying to merge human consciousness with silicon. Until now, their efforts have been unsuccessful. Though scientists have managed to create artificial intelligence that can compare, or indeed surpass, human intellect, copying the human eye has remained beyond our capabilities. Attempts to do so have merely resulted in sophisticated chatbots, digital beings capable of mimicking human speech and mannerism, but devoid of all self-awareness. Today, experts at Arasaka announced a breakthrough. Their newest project, dubbed the Relic, allows human minds to be copied onto shards no larger than a cred chip. What's more, the shard can be slotted into one's neural port, allowing its users to hear and see digitized personality constructs. Sadly, I haven't been able to personally examine the specifications of this remarkable piece of technology. Access to the Relic is heavily restricted by Arasaka, and only a small select group of testers are allowed to participate in the program. Unsurprisingly, these testers are among the wealthiest and most influential people in the world, precisely the kinds of people Arasaka would love to have in its pockets. For the ordinary consumers reading this, don't expect the Relic to hit mass markets anytime soon. What really happened at Arasaka Tower? If Militech was behind the assault on Arasaka Tower in 2023, if there's actual evidence to support that, then why didn't Arasaka return the favor and nuke Militech? By now, there's no doubt the bomb was manufactured by Militech, but that doesn't mean they detonated. I confess, I'm not a huge fan of the popular theory that Johnny Silverhand, the controversial rocker boy, was behind the whole thing. In fact, I'm not really a Silverhand fan, period. Silverhand was a poser and a blowhard, not someone who would actually follow through on his grandiose bluffs. Full disclosure, I just don't think Silverhand would have the balls to pull off something like that. Let's think this through. Who hates corporations the most? Nomads, obviously. Remember that mass market BD called Badlands Raid from the 20s about a band of nomads who attack a military convoy? Well, guess when it premiered? That's right, on the night of the attack. Coincidence? I think not. Yes, there's a Silverhand cameo in there somewhere, but that's just a marketing ploy. A BD scrolled by a bunch of cactus huggers wouldn't sell for an any without a recognizable face. But I'm more intrigued by the main actress. How is it she didn't star in other production despite Badland Raid's huge sale? Where was she during the attack? California After Dusk, The Life of Richard Knight. Richard Knight is a pessimist, even in the late 80s when the economy seemed headed for an endless growth and the nuclear threat for the ash heap of history. Knight saw the United States as hurtling towards collapse. Richard Knight was an optimist. He deeply believed the world could be changed for the better and that he is the one to do it. Richard Knight was a realist, aware he couldn't change the face of the world all at once. He decided to start small, for him at least, by constructing the ideal city. His utopian metropolis was to be called Coronado City. It would stand as a metaphorical city on a hill, a shining example to the rest of the world. Richard Knight was doomed to fail, not because his vision was inherently impossible to realize, but because many important, powerful people wished to make it so. Richard Knight was murdered. The city whose foundations he laid was finished after his death, but his utopian dream soon became a dystopian nightmare. Even the original name was lost. In honor of the city's tragically deceased founder, Coronado City was rechristened Night City. Ironically, the name fits. If anything, the city is a cat, sleepy during the day and becomes frantically alive at night, and it loves to toy with its prey. The Flowers of Silence, a biography of Hanako Arasaka. If I had written this biography on the basis of publicly available material, there would be two sides of the story, not to mention the forward, afterword, and the acknowledgments. Everyone knows that Hanako is a very private individual. Everyone has heard about the tragic death of the last reporter who attempted to pen her life story. 10 shots to the back, suicide, according to the police. That's why when my publisher asked me to write this book, I had to politely decline. Then, when I saw the advance they were offering me, I started to reconsider. And finally, when I discovered that Arasaka's PR department had given its stamp of approval to interview numerous members of Hanako's entourage, I was on the next flight to Tokyo. Soon enough, however, I lost my original enthusiasm. The people Arasaka sent me to be interviewed repeated the same answers to all questions, clearly memorized by heart. After a month's worth of research, all I had was, she is the daughter of the Subaru Arasaka from his third wife. She was born in 1999 in Tokyo and has only left the city 5 times in her life. Living a cloistered lifestyle, she never fulfilled any important role in the family business. She is very close to her brother, the black sheep in the family. I was ready to give up when, in the archives of a local TV station, I found a recording of the opening of the Arasaka branch and graced by the presence of none other than Hanako herself. She played the piano. Why, Debussy's Riviera. Why that piece? Why play a dreamy, introspective song while surrounded by a stoic Japanese businessman? Her golden fingers caressed the keys. I was memorized. Tears rolled down my cheeks as I listened, and that's when I knew I had to finish this book. I had to meet this woman and find out who she really was. The Fall of Etamanaki? All ye mighty look in despair, for here lived the city, in the far-off land of Shanir, where once was clay tamed and wrought, to build a temple among the narrow streets where the howl of crazed prophets rose. From their skiff in the shadow of the ziggurat fell across the sands. Look in despair, for here rose the tower, strong as a tongue glazed in spit, held fast on the scaffolding of throats on the vocal cords, up which were pulled buckets of mortar, perished fragments of cold, late cuneiform, on tablets plated with copper and crusted with tin. Look and remember, for here she fell, and her name was Babel, or Babel of Dreams. Lest we be scattered over the face of the earth, ask the archaeologists beyond the Totantaz. Here she crumbled to dust, the soft down of dialect, how the desert tore her, and how the sands of time ground her until the word was ground fine and scattered among us. Look and beware in the final hours of night, for the sun shall rise over the ruins, and dawn shall once again melt. From the rubble, the memory of the city, its original source. Any mispronunciations of any words? My fault. Totally my fault. All my fault. Okay. As a direct result of the armed conflicts in U.S. soil from the early 1990s until the early 2000s, Latin America, comprised South and Central America, remodeled itself into a strong federation of independent nations bound through mutual aid and cooperation. The U.S. military's presence was forced from Latin America territories, with the exception of Panama, where it stood its ground despite fierce pressures from guerrilla forces. Many researchers and contemporary historians maintain that, in fact, the LatAm Wars were responsible for the U.S. eventual collapse, breaking up the Gang of Four, CIA, FBI, DEA, and NSA, and decimating the U.S. Army. However, it's important to bear in mind that no external conflict could have toppled the colossus of American imperialism were it not already built on clay foundations. Well... That ketchup, nice.
Let me...
He waiting.
WNS, N54, even the pirate networks. You blowing up everywhere. And the Jackster, he out in the car?
Yeah, he's there. Dead.
Condolences, friend. And the relic.
Got it right here.
I was afraid of that.
What?
Saburo Arasaka. Dead. You got any notion of the shit you pulled me into? You off the fucking Emperor! His Majesty! Anyone with so much as a pinky toe dipped in this mess is as good as dead!
You're the one who got us into this mess! Let's start with your prep work! You had no idea Saburo Arasaka'd be at the hotel?
I don't have access to his personal fucking schedule. And besides, nobody asked you to kill the old man.
That wasn't us!
No shit! Tell that to the soccer ninjas they send after you! Alright, settle down. Gotta be tactical about this. Parker, Eddie's. Then we leave the city limits behind. But first, your face got blood all over it. Bathroom's there. Go get yourself cleaned up. It's me.
You can't hear him. Dang.
All right, then. Can't risk it, V. Remember our first convo?
I'll fucking kill
Seems
you!
I've chosen the quiet life after all. No blaze of glory for me.
Hey.
Hey,
You all right?
never been better.
Sure don't look it.
I can't let you on! Hey, we're chill! Of course you're high. Tonight, I'm here to say goodbye to all of you.
Money's money, can't fuck around with it.
Speaking. Uh-huh. Got pics? Brain dance? Nice. Then we can talk. How much do you want for it? Uh-huh. Okay. I want it today. Great.
So this was supposed to happen in 2023 and they have brain dances? I think something's wrong with that.
Wait up! Don't do this! You could still change your mind. Get over here, man. Fuck this band. Not your crowd, not your noise. Do your own thing. Bastard.
Gonna miss you something awful.
See you in the next life, friend.
You're late!
Love it when you're mad. Gets my southern blood pumping.
Get in, or I change my mind.
Silverhand!
Hey, Shaden!
Get us in the air! Here, put this on, and it stays on. Got it?
Are on fire. Pacifica's cut off, shut down. APC's on the streets of Watson.
Sons of bitches!
Skull cracking out there. That us?
Johnny's idea. Wayland's drawing Arasaka's attention away from the tower.
Collateral damage part of the plan too.
This isn't the Cub Scouts, Johnson. Chew it up, spit it out.
Target range acquired.
Make it rain.
I'm on my way.
Johnny! Shaken!
Taking over. Get the payload on the elevator, arm it, let gravity do its thing. Explosion rocks the foundation, tower crumbles, chaos, screaming, roll credits.
Exit window's gonna be tight.
Jacking in. Is grass green? Birds fly? Cats eat bats? Do rats shit gnats?
Mainframe's not your playground, Murphy. Come on. Evac announcement. Broadcast it across all frequencies and let's get moving.
Sheesh. Who wrote this manifesto?
Really need me to answer that question?
Jesus, Johnny. You've gone off the deep end. That's coming from a chair jock.
Come on. Get ready. That's it. I'm impressed! Seriously!
Man down! Take their position!
Murph?
She sought it with thimbles, she sought it with care, pursued it with forks and hope.
Johnny, payload.
Bushido 2, bomb's name was what?
Wrap it up! We got a Delta!
The Demolitron. We're good to blow.
Shaka Elite's incoming! Run for it!
Shoot the cables! Get the rotor spinning! We're on our way!
Not done yet. Still need to feed this to their subnet.
I fucking knew it! This was never about Arasaka. This was about your groupie output, wasn't it?
Not like you could ever understand, Rogue.
You're on your own. Giving you 4 fucking minutes if you want to ride out of here.
Door lock breached. Arasaka's sons of bitches incoming.
Loved you, Spider.
Whole world loves me.
Close the bank! He has no right to leave!
Focus! Approaching target!
Closing in on the access point.
Slide in. Sweet icebreaker. Foreign, right? Just wonder if we know anyone who can switch the subnet protocol.
Hilarious. You gonna help or not?
Do spiders spin webs? It's time we caught some flies.
Thanks, Murph.
Now, just for good measure. Holy cyber cow. We're on TV. Take a look.
Return now to Arasaka Tower. Its evacuation ongoing after an unidentified terrorist organization released a manifesto threatening violence. The terrorists stating their desire to, quote-unquote, topple a monument to corporate colonialism. Night City's mayor, Imbole Ebunike, has issued a statement declaring that he will bring the full force of the law to bear in response to any act of terrorism. Going now to our reporter on the scene at Arasaka Tower. Hopefully he can shed some light on the situation as events unfold.
All set. Now get out of there. They're moving up. Hit the roof quick. Shit! That's Adam Smasher! Johnny, run!
Murphy?
Door's sealed, but it won't hold for long. Run, Johnny. Like the wind.
Smasher.
Told you, Johnny boy. Told you I'd end you someday.
Hi, まだ生きています。わかりました。向かいます。
Let us try once more. Your associates. Who are they? How did you acquire fissile material?
Gonna give good cop over there a chance to say something? Come on.
Which terrorist organization do you belong to? How did you acquire fissile material?
Boss don't look too pleased with your efforts.
아저씨, 直接話をする.
Ah, done and gone.
My husband died in that tower. But there are fates worse than death.
I didn't want him to die.
なぜこのようなことを
Why did you do this?
To bring an end to the madness you wreak.
人は嘘をつき自分自身を欺くだが死者は違う死者は雄弁だが彼らは決して嘘をつかない死者の言葉にはつつましさがある始めろ
And you? Who are you?
Heavier than she looks. Now, listen, dog. I have done exactly what you asked. So let's you and me figure this out.
荒坂様、お父様の殺害犯を見つけました。この女で間違いありません。はい。1時間後には着くかと。
Help me.
Quiet. くそ、ひどい匂いだ。 hear me? I need your help. Don't you dare faint again. Keep your eyes open. We both could use medical attention. Do you know a Reaper Doc whom you can trust?
I know someone.
We must get to Reaper Doc. Quickly!
Victor will fix us up.
We have to get there somehow. Call someone. Anyone.
All right, all right.
Greetings. My scanner indicates you are outside the service area.
Just come pick me up. Need to get to Misty's Esoterica in front of Vix.
Of course. A vehicle is en route. It should arrive in less than 20 minutes.
What are you doing? Hey! The personal link is damaged.
Please proceed to insert the jack below the ear, though not too deep. There should be auxiliary neurosockets between her lymph nodes, beneath the SCM muscle.
If I hit the vein by mistake, she will die.
Indeed, as she will if you do nothing.
I think I have the socket.
Now proceed to connect.
Let's get her inside.
I cannot hold it. I need to rest.
That your blood? Misty! Pressure's tanking.
It's neurogenic shock. She's dying.
Gotta cut my way through the occipital bone. No other way.
There is risk of...
I know what I'm doing.
How is she?
Slower on the mend than you, but looking better every day. V, you in there?
My head.
How you feeling?
Fuck. I don't know, Vic. Years of rain. And I'm seeing shit.
These hallucinations. Describe them to me.
Blinding lights. It's loud. I'm on stage and almost can't breathe. I'm so damn full of hatred. And then I let it all out into a mic, and I realized it didn't help. I don't feel any better. And then, promise not to laugh. I plant a bomb in Arasaka Tower.
Nothing there to laugh about.
They killed me, Vic. Never been so afraid. It was too real, even for a lucid dream.
You weren't dreaming, V. Those were memories. There's a personality construct on that shard. Dreams you had were from his past.
Hang on. You mean to say there's an actual terrorist in my head right now?
That's right, Johnny Silverhand. Had his crowning moment about 50 years ago. AHQ bombing. Heard of it? It's his doing. People say he was buried under the rubble. Anyway, that's not what's important right now.
Never given me that look before, Vic. What is it?
You, don't got a lot of time left, kid.
Say what now?
The biochip. It's basically a bomb. Fuse lit already. You don't have much time left. Much life. A few weeks, tops. Silverhand's construct is overriding your consciousness. Gradually taking over your body until one day you'll just be gone. V, it's important you get all this.
You'll fix me up, right, Vic?
If I could, I would, V. Believe me. But this is... it's way beyond what I know how to do.
You're the best of the best, Vic. Why can't you help me?
You want the long story or the short?
Don't omit a thing. Not one D.
Okay. There is a construct. A psyche on the chip. That of Johnny Silverhand. You jacked it in your chip slot. Nothing happened, right? Until you died.
Bullet in the head from Dexter Deshawn. How do you come back from something like that?
Low caliber. You lucked out. Not least thanks to another poor decision by Mr. Deshawn. The nanites off the chip started fixing the damage. Then they took your hand and coaxed you off the path toward the light.
You're Dr. Victor, and I'm your monster. Perfect.
Your body's only a body. You can modify it, replace it with chrome, hell, get a new one altogether. Your mind, though? Oh, that's a whole nother story. From the biochip's perspective, your brain cells are a tumor that needs to be scooped out, while your body's an empty shell to hold the construct.
So this fucking terrorist wants to wipe me and take my place. Take my body!
It's not willful on his part, it's automatic. Inevitable. And neither of you can stop it.
Can we just take the chip out or switch it off?
Either way's out of the question. You die immediately.
I remember this thing, saw it on TV. Oh, it was a stupid slogan. Soul something.
Secure your soul.
That's it. It's just supposed to let you communicate with constructs.
Maybe, but this is a prototype by the look of things. Somehow made it out of Arasaka Labs.
Vic, you've always come through for me. If there's nothing you can do to help me, then what the hell do I do? Tell me, please. Vic.
I wish I knew, kid. Misty?
You're asking too much from an old-timer like Vic. Come on, V. Let's get you home.
And then he died. And I thought I was gonna die with him in my sleep.
Sleep's a small hint of death. The inevitable.
Can't actually tell if I'm awake now. I mean, I could be dead already, right?
Not something to focus on, V. Let it go. Here. Got some meds for you. Omega blockers. Taken regularly, they'll keep things from progressing too quickly. Also, they should keep that guest of yours calm and quiet. Pseudo-endotrizines from me. Effect will be opposite. It'll speed things up. Free the demon, so to speak.
Giving me a pill to prod that son of a bitch so he can kill me faster?
Listen, you're likely to be fine for a while. But sometime down the road, it could turn into pure agony. I'm giving you options, honey.
The brain can be tricked. Plain old painkillers do that.
Your psyche's gonna die, V. You'll feel your old self slipping away. At some point, you won't recognize yourself. It'll be terrifying. It'll be painful. But it doesn't have to be.
The fuck I need pills for? I'd just stick a gun in my mouth. Pull the trigger.
Well, that way you'd kill 2 souls. Is that what you want?
Gotta lie down.
Here. Got one more thing for you. Vic pulled this out of your skull. A lucky charm? Promise you'll try to get some sleep.
Didn't you hear? My condition's terminal. What good can this do?
Don't be silly. As long as you're alive, there's hope. And don't let anyone tell you otherwise.
Really think I can make it? Survive this?
Of course you can. I mean, you did already die and come back once, didn't you?
Misty, wait. About Jackie.
Yeah?
He talked about you. Like, lots.
We got into a fight. Right before he went off to do this job.
He wasn't mad at you. I hope you know that.
I know. I just wish our last moments together could have been different. But right now, you need rest. So sleep. Please sleep.
Gotta get out of here, understand? And I'll kill anyone who gets in my way, you included. Need a smoke. Where'd you stash yours?
Don't smoke.
Then go out and get some. Just need one last one.
Jesus fucking Christ, man!
The fuck kind of droid toy are you supposed to be?
Fucking ghost off!
Who you work for, start talking!
Fuck.
Fuck. Fucking Chip. Rip the thing out myself.
No, wait! Ah.
I'll take control. I'll find a way. You hear me?
See you never, asshole.
Now like that. Stick some iron in your mouth and pull the trigger. I can feel it. Our minds touching. I'm like mold on fruit, creeping into you. Nothing I can do about it. You hear me? I'd puke if I fucking could. It's just a copy of the engram. I'm out there somewhere. Gotta be.
Fuck me.
Lights inform me that Mr. Wells' body has been delivered to his family. Your rent is past due, dear Sir Madame. Our records show you have not received this month's rent payment for your unit in Mega Building H10 in accordance with the tenancy agreement. Any subsequent payment delay will result in forced eviction from the property.
Takemura here. We must meet. Come to Tom's Diner.
Why would I do that?
Because I am the one who saved your life.
Haven't managed to get my head straight yet. Not after everything that happened.
That will not happen anytime soon. And so what? If you intend to leave, you must re-enter the ring. The bell has already tolled. Tom's Diner. I am waiting.
Shit!
Vehicles available for collection in the nearby parking garage. We wish you a pleasant day. First will come the great reality check, which ushers in the future of the world. Whenever money changes hands, your true self becomes a victim to capitalism.
No fucking warrant.
Bullshit. Just open up.
We came here as colleagues, nothing else. Haven't heard from you in a while. We're worried.
No, leave me alone.
Congrats, Mendez. Way to be a prick.
Oh, what? So I'm the bad guy? I'm not the one who's holed up, paying the attention.
I lost a friend. Blame him.
He's not the first. It's called life.
What's going on? I live right upstairs.
Just keep on living. And stop minding other people's biz.
Mendez, hold on. It's his neighbor.
There anything I can do?
Maybe. You know Barry at all?
More or less. Struck up a convo once or twice.
He's a friend from the precinct. Left the force not long ago. He broke down after his best friend died. We're worried he'll do something stupid.
Relax, Patrol. Barry's got nerves of steel. He's just a spiteful old bastard.
Mendez! Could you check on him when he's chilled down?
Sure, why not? Not like we're miles apart.
Thanks. Just be patient. Cops falling in rough times can be touchy.
I'll see what I can do.
V, we need to talk. Please pick up. As in the... Oh, I'll call you back later. Either one's a pretty shitty answer.
seen you in a good 1, 2, few weeks. Figured you'd skip town.
Quitting Night City's not as easy as you think.
Sort of like an abusive relationship, huh? Listen, I could use a little flow to the old pocket. Want to peek at some fresh gear?
Next time through. Working against the clock today. All right, let's see what you got.
What I like to hear.
Suggest coronary implant failure. The remainder of Mayor Ryan's term will be fulfilled by his deputy mayor and closest associate, Weldon Holt. Holt has also announced plans to run for mayor in the upcoming election.
Today, we all mourn the untimely loss of our mayor and dear friend, Lucius Ryan. But when we've dried our tears, we must look to the future. To the future Lucius envisioned for our fair city. I promise to do everything in my power to ensure his work will continue on. Rest in peace, my friend.
Ryan's political opponent, former District Attorney Jefferson Perales, also offered his condolences. Look, Mayor Ryan and I often did not meet eye to eye on political matters, and we sometimes traded sharp words. But even after our most heated debates, we always shared a handshake of mutual respect. Today, I say farewell to him for the last time. Thank you, Lucius, for everything you've done for our city. Who next will assume Ryan's mantle? We'll find out soon. The first polls following Ryan's death reveal a neck-and-neck race between Holt and Perales. Now, a word from our sponsors.
So, are we going to talk about yesterday?
It's all in the report.
Oh, I read it. Except there's no mention of me telling you.
Same conversation. You're still having it. Alright, I think I will call it done here before we tackle the next story. It's been about 3 hours. Just as great the first time around. Thank you so much for keeping me company, and I'll see you on the next episode. Thank you.